Hi, I'm Sonja and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working with me and want me to call you on your BS, my coaching information is in the description below. In this video, I want to talk about persisting and wavering. It's kind of something I touched on in my last video from yesterday when I was talking about manifestation routines, but I want to get really clear on what persisting and what wavering are. Persisting means that you are going to bring yourself back to the decision to have what you want. It is not, I have to persist in this new thought 24/7 or it's not going to work. That is not what persisting is. Persisting is deciding you're going to get this job, that's my job. And then whenever you start to question, will I get the job? Would they hire me? Am I qualified? Nope, they hired me. That's my job. Well, maybe, nope, that's my job. And then you go about your life and do other things. And then when you think about your job again, you bring it back to, yeah, they hired me. Now, from my experience and in the way my brain worked, and especially how it used to work, it's not as obsessive as it used to be. Now I don't obsess over things the way that I used to, but depending on how much you are thinking about a topic is how much you need to be thinking of it the way you want it to be. It's not about not thinking about it. These people who are like, just let it go and don't think about it. That's not, I've never been able to do that. What you have to let go of and what you persisting is letting go of the old shit, the old stories, the old beliefs, the old thought processes, the old, well, I wouldn't get that job and I'm not good enough for this and this is impossible, and letting go of that shit and reminding yourself that this is possible. I know what I'm doing. I always get what I want. That job is mine. That is what persisting is day in and day out, choosing to tell yourself and think the way you want things to be. Do you have to be perfect? No, you don't. Because your brain is going to think thoughts. It is not the thoughts that manifest. It is your consistent state of being, as Neville would put it, your consistent thoughts, what you tell yourself the majority of the time. Just because you have some thoughts or even spend some time thinking against what you want, it's okay. You're human. You're going to have human moments. You're going to have those times where you just cannot stop thinking about things being shit. You're going to have those times where you don't feel good and you have your fucking human moments and get upset in some way. And that is okay. But you want to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go back to persisting when you get yourself back together. It is okay. But that is what persisting actually is. It's not about the amount of time in which you can stay focused on having what you want. It is when you think of the topic, are you thinking about it in the way you want it to be? Or are you thinking about it in a way that is not favorable to you? Another way I look at it is being in a victim state, meaning I don't get what I want. This never works out. This is hard, blah, blah, blah. Victim state where I'm not going to get what I want? Or am I in my God state, my creator state of I get to choose and it's going to work out? The more time and the more focus you put on I get what I want and things work out for me, this is a done deal, that job is mine, since that's the example I'm using for this video for some reason, that is what manifests. Going back to this is going to work for me. And that is why a lot of people have success with robotic affirmations, because it is something that just throughout the day while they're doing whatever, any mindless tasks, they can repeat something over and over again to remind themselves that that is what is now true. And the faster you get your brain familiar with what is now true, the faster it will accept it and the faster it will manifest. But the more time you spend having yourself a little pity party, the longer it is going to take. Now, I want to talk about wavering. Wavering comes in so many forms. it is not just thinking against your manifestation. So let's take relationship. Wavering for a relationship with a specific person is not just you being like, we're not together, or they're doing something I don't like, or it goes deeper than that. Yes, it is those thoughts, but the thoughts that you have about yourself in regards to this person, about relationships in general. If you keep telling yourself while you're trying to manifest your SP, relationships never work and relationships are hard, or men or women or whoever are always like this always happens, but you're affirming that you have the perfect relationship, but you're allowing all of that shit to still exist in your head, that's wavering. All of that shit is wavering. The people who have success with the one affirmation or whatever, I've said this before, whenever they have the thoughts of the doubts or the I'm not good enough, or why would they want me, or which is attached to I'm not good enough, this isn't working, any of that stuff, they go back to their affirmation of I have the perfect relationship. So obviously I am enough. This person wants me. Things are working out in my favor. All of that. It's not just choosing a statement and repeating it enough, or having a visual that you are repeating enough. It is about accepting that as true, even though you're not going to believe it. And this is where people get caught up. This is where I got caught up. You don't believe it, but it starts to become familiar. It starts to become familiar and it starts to feel normal. Even when you don't see movement, it doesn't matter. But until you are allowing yourself to drop the old shit and focus on the new shit, persisting in it, coming back to it, reminding yourself, consistently making the choice. In my opinion, manifestation is a choice. And once you decide what you want, you keep making that choice, regardless of what's going on around you. And if you are continuously making that choice, predominantly making that choice, then whatever is happening in front of your face is you getting what you want, whether you like it or not, whether it makes sense to you or not. That is how this works. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.